Hi guys, welcome to the Wrestling Retrospective, and in today's video I'm going to be doing my review of TNA Rebellion 2025. So first match on the card, we had Moose successfully defend the X Division Championship against Leon Slater, Sidney Akeem, Matt Cardona, Vikingo and Casey Navarro in the Ultimate X match. And yeah, this was great. You can't really have a bad Ultimate X match in my opinion. The match is so innovative within itself that in the moment they're really good. I mean, probably looking back you could probably find a bad one, but in the moment they're always really fun matches, and yeah, this was no different. Moose, it been detailed in the X Factors before the match that Moose is afraid of heights. I thought it was quite funny. That played really well throughout the match, with Moose having Alicia Edwards go up and try and climb to get the championship and pass it to him, which obviously didn't work out, but it was a very clever way of getting around that. Matt Cardona didn't really do much in this match. I thought that he was very missing for the most part, which is very disappointing. I feel like this is the kind of match that Matt would kind of thrive in. Yeah, Leon Slater and Casey Navarro had very good showings here. I thought they looked absolutely great throughout the match. Leon Slater's jump off the balcony, was it balcony? The scaffolding, if you will, was great, but it'd be really better if someone had actually caught him. He landed really badly on his arm, but he seemed to be okay, which is good. Slater then climbed up the balcony and pretty much had the title. He had this match dead to rights. Moose speared him off, well, he kind of speared him out of there. He speared him through in midair, but he kind of touched the floor beforehand. It wasn't a massive botch or anything like that. It just timing wasn't quite there from Moose, which is gonna happen. But the story itself was very smart from Moose to spear Slater. He drops the title midair, and then Moose wins the match by shenanigans, essentially. Yeah, I assume after this, Slater will probably get a future X Division title shot to tie up this loose end. Will it be the next challenger? I'm not sure, as some things happen later in the night, which I think might suggest that Moose's next challenger might be Zachary Wentz, or they could do a triple threat match. But yeah, I think Moose played the story of the heel really well. Having been the bigger guy in the match, he was essentially, the thing was that he wasn't going to be able to climb up to get it, and he found his way around that to retain the X Division Championship, which I thought was really clever. And yeah, I think it was just a very enjoyable match overall. As I said, can't really have a bad X Division match, but yeah, this was a really good way to start the show. Following that, Ash and Heather by Elegance successfully retained the Knockouts Tag Team Championships against Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley, against the Meta Girls and against Spitfire. And this was a decent match, to be fair. It was better than I thought it was going to be. The ref more or less lost control of the match very early in, which helped the match a lot because they could kind of just fly around. And yeah, it was a very action-packed match. Heather and Ash retaining made the most sense. I can't see any TNA titles going to any NXT superstars quite yet, but I think if they're going to give NXT superstars any championship, it's probably going to be the Knockouts tag team, as I feel like they are the lowest of all the belts that they can give them. I can't see them giving them the world title or the X Division title or anything like that. But yeah, I feel like I don't really got much to say on this one. It was just a solid match, kind of as a 18 match. It was a decent match, it was very, as you say, very action-filled. All the teams got a really good showing throughout, and yeah, it was fine for what it was. It served a purpose, and as much as I would have liked to see one of the NXT teams get the win here, just to give them a championship, yeah, just with it being TNA, I can't see them doing it quite yet. So it's a bit of a shame, because I feel like Gigi and Tatum, all the Meta Girls, all deserve to be a tag team champion. I feel like they shouldn't have got rid of the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships now. But yeah, I'd say as the match itself, it was absolutely fine. And yeah, it was a decent match for a second match on. After that, we had the Rascals and Ace Austin defeat the System, and what was Moose's second match of the night, because he was replacing JDC, who couldn't get there due to travel issues. And yeah, this was a solid 6-man tag team match. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't a classic either. It was just fine. It was pretty much your average 6-man match. Wouldn't have gone amiss kind of being on an Impact instead. But yeah, it was a fun match for the middle of the show. Fans popped a lot for X-Pac coming out, or Sean Waltman. Wentz pinned Moose, so I can see them doing a feud for the X Division Championship. Maybe add on Leon Slater as well, and maybe do a triple threat match under Siege, maybe. But yeah, really not much more to say about this one. I think it was a way to get the system as well as Austin and the Rascals on the card, which is fine. I said, wouldn't have gone amiss on the TV, but yeah, I say for the most part, it was a decent 6-man tag team match. Following that, Steve Macklin successfully defended in his first defence the International Championship against Eric Young, and it was another decent match. It was better than it was kind of the match I expected these two to have. They're both very good wrestlers, so yeah, it was a very good match. It was a good first defence for Macklin. The post-match attack with the chain and the Northern Armory and Eric Young hanging. Well, they were trying to hang Steve Macklin, it didn't quite work out. I can see them maybe having a rematch and it being Full Metal Mayhem would make the most sense. I feel like that would actually fit Eric and Steve's kind of the way they wrestle a lot better. Like, they're good singles wrestlers, but they're both very good in extreme matches, if you will. But yeah, I think that it was a great... as a great first match to have for the International Championship, made the most sense coming out of the triple threat from Unbreakable. And yeah, the title itself, I actually quite like the design. I know a lot of people, I've heard at least a lot of people don't like it. They don't like the blue strap and all that kind of stuff. I actually kind of like it. I think all the TNA belts look really, really cool. So yeah, I feel like, this works out really well. And yeah, I think Steve Macklin was a great first champion to put for the belt. And yeah, I hope he keeps it for a bit of a long time. I can't see Eric Young being the one taking it from him. And yeah, hopefully we get Full Metal Mayhem between these two, because I feel like they would absolutely kill it in that match stipulation. Following that, we had the Falls Count Anywhere match where Mike Santana defeated Mustafa Ali in what was a great match. I thought it was the best match that we'd had so far on the show. It was very enjoyable from start to finish. To be fair, one thing TNA does really well is the kind of no disqualification, no rules kind of matches. You think from Monsters Ball to just no DQ matches, Street Fight, Falls Count Anywhere, Full Metal Mayhem, Lethal Lockdown. You think all past to all these matches, and they're all really, really quite good. But yeah, this one was no different. These two beat the crap out of each other. Ali took a brutal looking head first dive into some stairs, a brilliant 450 splash from Mustafa onto Mike on a table, and yeah, the barbed wire bat was brought in as well. And yeah, I think for the most part there wasn't a massive part of interference, especially in the first parts of the match, which I thought was really good. I know that the Good Hands and Tasha did get involved at nearer the end, but it didn't massively affect the outcome of the match, which I thought was really good. Yeah, the superplex, from the top rope through a table with the assistance from the stairs, I thought was really cool. And yeah, I thought a really cold moment was Santana getting up and just towards the finish after Mustafa Ali hit him with the barbed wire baseball bat. He's all bloody and everything, but he just get up like it's absolutely nothing. Makes Santana look strong as fuck coming out of this match. And yeah, I truly believe that Mike Santana is a future world champion in TNA. I feel like they're building him up really, really well. And yeah, the rise of him has been really good to see since leaving AEW. And I feel like it's the best career decision he could have made. And yeah, Mustafa Ali's great as well. I can't quite see him being a world champion, but I thought he was a great X Division champion. I feel like that was probably where he would fit quite well. But yeah, Mike Santana seems to be really rising all the ranks with TNA, and I can see him definitely being a future world champion. Following that, Masha Slamovich successfully defended the Knockout Championship against Tessa Blanchard in a match that was really good and very one-sided as well, but Masha overcame Tessa Blanchard really well. I thought for the most part, for the majority of the match, Tessa Blanchard was controlling and had the better of Masha Slamovich. She targeted the knee really well. I thought that the Magnus in the corner was in the corner was really cool and really innovative from Tessa. But yeah, she targeted the knee really well and used really unique submissions. She used a modified version of the figure four leadlock, as well as this other weird leg submission that I actually hadn't seen before, and they didn't say a name for it on commentary, which I was disappointed about, so I don't really know what it's called. But yeah, I thought this was Tessa Blanchard's match to lose, and unfortunately she did. I genuinely thought this was going to be the moment where they put the Knockouts title on Tessa Blanchard. Clearly it's not. I can see them maybe running this back. I'd love to see these two kind of go at it in a more extreme environment. I feel like it's kind of the environment that Masha excels in, and I've seen matches with Tessa Blanchard where she can go as well in extreme situations. So yeah, I feel like that'll be really cool, but then I also said the same for Macklin and Young as well. But yeah, I thought this was a solid match. I probably would have had it third best match on the card, behind Santana and Mustafa Ali and the main event. But yeah, I did expect a little bit more out of this one, but I didn't expect them to go down the route of the leg injury for Masha. I'm hoping they do again meet again at some point. I feel like these two could put on an absolutely fantastic match. But yeah, I very much look forward to seeing a rematch between these two if they go that way. Following that, the Nemeth brothers defeated the Hardy Boys to become the new TNA World Tag Team Champions. And yeah, this match was fine. Another solid affair between two great tag teams. The Nemeths pretty much controlled the match for the most part. They separated Matt from Jeff really well, and they pretty much beat the shit out of Matt for the majority of the match. I'm a bit confused over like what Ryan's what he does for this team. It feels like he's very much like the annoying brother who's going to come in and, as we literally saw in the finish, Nick hit what I know as the zigzag, I can't remember what he calls it in TNA, and Ryan tagged in just to make the pin, and it kind of feels like he's the shit one, but like he's embraced it and it works well for him. And yeah, I mean, like, they make it work really well. Nick did the majority of the offense as far as taking out the Hardys go, for Ryan just to kind of pick up the scraps at the end. I think as a team it works really well if they can kind of carry it on for almost every tag team defense they have. To be fair, I can't see them being champions for very long. I can't see them holding Nick down to the tag team division when he's such a great single star. But yeah, I'd say I thought the thing that was very funny about this was there was like a moment where you thought the Hardys were going to get the win. Matt just walked over the referee, like literally, like the woman referee got tangled up in Matt's legs and she just stopped making the pin. It was really bizarre and quite funny. I literally was struggling for a while afterwards. But yeah, no, it was a deserved win for the Nemeth brothers. They absolutely outclassed the Hardys here. And yeah, maybe they have a rematch for the titles. I can see them kind of doing that on TV, maybe at Under Siege. But yeah, no, I think, to be fair, like, the better team did win in the end. It was majority because Nick carried the team. And yeah, I've looked forward to seeing what they do as tag team champions. But yeah, I just can't see them keeping Nick in the tag division for very long, unfortunately. And finally, in the main event, Joe Hendry defeated Frankie Kazarian and Ethan Page to retain the TNA World Championship. And yeah, this was like way better than I thought. These guys clicked really well within the match. You could see like everything was kind of done in fluid motion, which I thought was really great. And yeah, they went out there and absolutely killed it. It was match of the night for me. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. And yeah, it was action-packed throughout. There wasn't really a dull moment in this match. You know, whenever somebody was taken out, the other two would kind of hold the match down for a bit and they kind of transitioned through that really well throughout, using table spots, I think, multiple times. You could see Ethan Page getting more visibly frustrated, which I think pretty much cost him in the end. Yeah, he was unfortunate that he was the one that took the pin, but I can kind of get it with him being the NXT guy in a TNA event. But yeah, for me, like, the way to describe this, ironically, is it had total non-stop action. But yeah, no, all three of these guys looked great. Even Kazarian and Ethan Page in defeat looked really good. And yeah, it was contested very easily, and Hendry's perseverance was shown really well as he got the retain. And yeah, like he looked really good coming out of this match. And then at the end of the match, after everything had finished, Trick Williams came out and attacked Joe Hendry, which is very interesting. I feel like they're going to have... my guess is they're going to have a TNA World Title match at Under Siege. But yeah, it seems like we're also going to be setting up for some kind of match between Hendry and Obafemi as well in the future, which I can't see it being Battleground just because like Under Siege is the same weekend. So I can't see them doing like two big matches like Hendry versus Williams and Hendry versus Oba like within 2 days of each other, because Under Siege is on the Friday on the 23rd and then Battleground is on the 25th, so maybe they do that on TV. The Joe Hendry and Obafemi match they do on NXT TV, and then they do Hendry versus Trick at Under Siege. But yeah, no, I thought it was a fantastic match overall. I'm curious to see what happens with Trick Williams and Joe Hendry. It seems like Trick has pretty much gone full heel at this point. And yeah, no, it was a really good main event to cut, like, end to end. It was really good. The Ultimate X match was really good. The Santana and Mustafa Ali match was really good, and the main event was great. So yeah, really solid show throughout from like TNA as a whole. So those are my overall thoughts of TNA Rebellion 2025. Do put down in the comments your thoughts. We saw Indy Hartwell in the crowd during the night just before the women's match, the Blanchard and Masha one. And yeah, I'm very interested to see what Indy Hartwell does in Impact, or in TNA, sorry. But yeah, no, I feel like she's a great addition to the Knockouts division, the division that is like stacked to the minute as well. And yeah, I thought overall the show was really good. Like, no match was like a really bad match. Some were just alright and fine for what they were. Some matches were really great. You know, the standouts being Masha and Blanchard, Santana and Mustafa, and of course the main event between Hendry, Page and Kazarian. But yeah, do put down in the comments below, as I said, what you thought of the show or anything else about TNA that you want to discuss down in the comments. And yeah, thank you much for watching. Do leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. And yeah, do subscribe. There's a lot of content coming up and a lot of wrestling coming up to cover. So yeah, do stick around for that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.